Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. It's a promising position. Acerbi deals with that comfortably. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Some of the greatest who have played the game have described Frankie de Jong as a player who can define an era. The way he holds on to the ball, absorbs pressure, creates space. There's much more than a passing resemblance to some of the former greats.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Oh, good-looking ball. And that is a little undercooked. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. And it's Ødegaard. Threads one in.
Gakpo really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he's had a hit! Doku. Sporting still without a single shot on target.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Tries to pass it through. Diaz providing an outlet on that flank. Teat clears it away. Gross. Oh, nicely intercepted. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. That has not gone well. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Diaz. Ødegaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Gakpo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. This looks promising. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. DiMarco. Hernandez. Oh, they could break here. Looking for options for movement. Great chance! That's another chance! Goal! Sporting! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Sporting are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
He is through here. Gordon. Doku.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation.
Chance for a shot! It's there! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he's picked it up out wide. De Jong gets a foot in here. De Jong did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Now that is a hefty challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Can he finish? They've done it! And the comeback is complete! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Now it's Doku. Tries to cut back. Frimpong attempts. And there is the half-time whistle. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. And we are up to the break.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
And we are back on the way.
Sporting can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
It's hit the upright. Oh, that wasn't far away. DiMarco. Now it's Gordon. And he's managed to get free. Shot, surely! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
That was really positive from him. He was far too good for those defenders and nearly scored a cracker.
And we have our very first corner. So it's going to be another corner. Sporting have their second corner now. Up he goes! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Frimpong. Bellingham. Zubimendi. And it's Ødegaard. Great defending, strong and determined. Doku. Now it's Gordon. Lovely pass, but can he get there? De Jong. Frimpong. Sporting needing a change of fortune here. Zapata. And he was quick to react. DiMarco.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
DiMarco. No, that's been intercepted. Gakpo is onto this. Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's in on goal. Ødegaard ended up in no man's land.
50.913 espectadores. Substituição em campo.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Camisa 10.
Timber.
Deixando o campo para a entrada de
That's Gross.
Camisa 19. Camisa 21.
The Arrascaeta. Now it's Zapata. Shifted it to the flank. Ødegaard. And here's Coman. It's run loose here. He's going for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Hernandez does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Timber. Doku. Not the most accurate pass. Passing is crisp and sharp. Zubimendi. And here's Zapata to Arrascaeta. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Thinks about the shot to Arrascaeta. And here's Yildiz. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 16. Substituição em andamento.
Zubimendi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Coman. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Sporting still have the cards to affect this game. And he cuts out the supply. Into the last quarter of an hour. That has been cut short.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's Yildiz, and he's being shifted off it. And here's Neto. Frimpong. Now it's Zapata. Gallagher, over to the left. Nicely weighted ball.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He might, can he finish? Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Yildiz certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Sporting are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Great vision. Coman looking to run onto it. Very nicely done. That's a good run down the left. Oh, sweet feet. Big chance, corner.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this. Takes a shot! And that is doing no harm at all. Bernardo Silva. That is Gallagher. And Hernandez. And here's Neto.
Sporting really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
He shoots! It's a loose ball. He can get that clear. Gallagher. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. That's an imaginative pass. Oh no, what has happened here? And that's that. Sporting can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Cramped and narrow, that's how it is in the Boca district. These vertical three-tier stands, very much a creation out of necessity, but at the same time they are what make the Bombonera so unique. And we're underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, here's a player who can contribute in so many ways. Theo Hernandez.
Goes for a shot! Goal! Sporting! An extraordinary start! Breakthrough in next to no time!
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it
Takes a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that's a fine interception. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Tony. Now it's Di Maria. It'll be a throw-in. Oh, good steal, he just read it. He's got away. That pass has been well intercepted. Has a look and plays it forward. And it's DiMarco. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Referee's given a throw. Nice bit of trickery. Looking for options for movement. Hernandez kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Pedro Neto. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Gets a good foot in there. Can he get on the end of this? And the counter is on. Fred. Now it's Di Maria. He's found a way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Sporting leading here thanks to that early goal, and the score is 1-0. That is ended up in no man's land. Gently done. The muscular approach does pay off here. Andrić. Danso promptly onto that, and that is that. DiMarco. Oh, that's nice. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Acerbi calmly anticipates. He's a sharp little ball here. Vlahovic was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Timber. Tony is onto this. He is just caressing the... Can he finish? It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, it seems to me they'll both be pushing for another now. Could be a critical phase.
Back to the keeper it goes. Now it's Di Maria. Short changes him with that pass.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Gordon. Doku. There will be a throw-in. Knocks it into space. Gordon's cross. Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Corner number 2 then. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Vlahovic. Now, what about a counter-attack?
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo reglamentario.
Shot could be on. DiMarco. And it's Paquetá. Now it's Vlahovic. And the half-time whistle goes. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Señoras y señores, nos enorgullece informarles que los programas del día de hoy están disponibles en los puestos al lado de las zonas de acceso del estadio. Seguramente serán un buen recuerdo.
So it's back to business.
Sporting clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And no, that was never going to make it. He shifted it to the flank. Doku. Oh, they could break here. No, no way through. Lemina. Passing is crisp and sharp. That is good alertness. Doku. Andrić. And it's Acerbi. Now Timber. Doku. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And he cuts out the supply. Gordon. Gordon showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Ambitious ball here. Driving through the middle. Chance! And it's in! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Doku!
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Can he get it through? Nice interception, well timed.
Sporting really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Clipped into space. Doku. And it's Timber. Gordon. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's having a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Doku deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Cambio en el Sporting. Número 32.
Both sides then taking
Número
this chance
5.
to turn to their benches.
Número 11. Número 9. Se está realizando un cambio.
Nemecha. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Sporting perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Now that looks a decent ball. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Sporting clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. He's had it taken off him. He's being urged, and the finish! That's another chance! He scores! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Cambio en el Sporting. Número 17. Número 14.
There's going to be another change here.
Entran.
Quite
número
a thriller
13.
this one's become.
Número 23.
Sporting really will be annoyed. They failed to make anything of their lead, and it's so typical that this happens.
Nice physical challenge. Nicely weighted ball. Played into space out wide. Pedro Neto.
Sporting clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Lamar. That's a good run he's making there. That is lovely. Aimed in towards the centre. And he's there to clear it.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Threads one in. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And Bernardo Silva! Denied by an instinctive save.
Bernardo Silva actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Defending of the desperate variety. Lemar. And now a sudden chance to counter. A probing pass. Now it's Tony. And he's opted for the long pass. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And time is up. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card, so overall I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.